Okay. Come on, blue screen, you want to come down. There we go. Mulan, Bond, A Quiet Place. I mean, they're all getting delayed. Now, I knew that there was going to be some delays, some stuff that might happen in terms of films in the next few weeks. I did not think it was going to happen so fast, especially with A Quiet Place only coming out next week. Seems like the cinemas now will be A Quiet Place. Nailed it. God, that was good. Unsub. I get it. But on a side note, there's a lot of films that I was expecting to review, and it was part of my calendar for the next few months. It seems like a lot of them are getting pushed back. Maybe this is going to be a Netflix film and TV review channel for a while. I'll call it Netflix and Chill. God, that's original, everybody. I'll also do maybe some previous movies, some smaller movies that have come out. I'm still going to try and do 3 times a week. That's what I'm going to try and do. The other films, when they do eventually come out, I will then review them then. So we are going to continue. And with that, The Lost Girls. The Lost Girls is directed by Liz Garbus, starring Amy Ryan as Mari Gilbert, also starring Dean Winters and Gabriel Bryan. Now, the story is about ultimately a single mother that is raising 2 of her daughters and gets a call one morning regarding her estranged third daughter that she's gone missing. And it all starts from there, and the hunt begins of her trying to figure out what's happened to her regarding her disappearance and trying to figure out where she is and who did it. So the first thing I'll say is this movie is very dark and depressing, everybody, okay? But I think that's the vision of the script. I think it's really trying to set it up so you can see inside of the human psyche of losing a loved one and what it does to the person when they're constantly trying to pursue the truth of where they've gone and the effect that it has on them for many months or maybe even many years after. So go in knowing that it's going to be quite a dark film, everybody, because it really is. But look, the main issue that I had with this film, firstly, was the interactions with the family unit. The mother and the 2 daughters. It just felt very wooden, very unnatural the whole time. And there's a lot of scenes with them, a lot of intimate scenes. And that's really what the movie is made up of. A lot of the family unit trying to come to terms with the situation and get to the bottom of the situation. Now, I feel like the main actress did a really good job of getting to that emotional level needed in some of those scenes, but the daughters, I don't know, it didn't land, it didn't feel natural, it felt very wooden, it felt like a lot of those emotional moments, they just weren't rising to the occasion. I'm not sure if they're just new to acting, I'm not sure. But a lot of those times I was sitting there going, I can't get invested into this family because it just didn't feel realistic. And that's the first thing for me, at least, especially when you are banking on a script that has so many interactions surrounding the family unit. You need to make sure that they land. And I think the script was trying to show you as it went along how little the mother and the daughters really got along. And that's all well and good. You can definitely do that and make it interesting. You can show a dysfunctional family and keep it quite riveting and engaging. But every time they were on screen trying to show those moments, the chemistry was just not there to keep it engaging, which further, for me, made me less invested in that journey. And on top of that, the movie just starts so abruptly. I mean, 7 to 10 minutes in, you're already presented with the problem of the third estranged daughter going missing, before you've even got a chance to really get to know the family unit, get to know the dynamic and get to know the characters, and give you a chance to get fully invested in those characters before you go on that journey to figure out what's happened to the third daughter. Now, that can be executed really well sometimes. Crime shows do it, other crime movies do it. SVU, for instance, I love Law & Order SVU, and they give you a very simple plot to latch onto at the beginning, and away you go. It can be done. In this particular situation with this particular script, I really felt like I needed a bit more time to just grapple with the family, to get invested, to go on that journey. And that just was not there. And in regards to the missing daughter, there's literally like one missing poster showing what she even looks like. And that's pretty much it in the whole film in terms of connecting you to the person that has gone missing. Now, I just would have loved to see some moments, maybe some flashback moments or something, to not only connect you with the family, but also connect you with this person gone missing. Give me some flashback moments of her and the mother maybe arguing, or giving some sort of backstory for me to get, again, more invested in the story. But there was nothing of that whatsoever. Now, as I mentioned, Amy Ryan did a fantastic performance, I think, with this script. I also think that Gabriel Bryant did a very, very good job here. He was the counterpoint to her. He was the detective out there trying to solve the case. I just think he did a brilliant job with every scene he was in. So every time he was in these scenes, he was really giving a grounding effect to the situation and like a really great polarizing effect to what the main actress was doing. So in that regard, he did a fantastic performance. I really do believe it would have suffered for him not to be there. Another fantastic actor that I love seeing in SVU, Dean Winters, fantastic performance, but you barely see him. He was in like maybe 10 minutes of the film. He was in the trailer and I was expecting more of him, and you didn't get to see him as much as I would have liked. Again, good performance when he was on screen, but we saw very little of him, people. So in terms of acting, they all did a very good job. Apart from the two daughters, I'm going to be real, that was a bit of a meh, but the rest of it was a very well acted performance. But the main issue for me was trying to get invested in a situation where you felt like it just all happened far too quickly and you didn't really have any idea of the family dynamic before you went on this journey. But look, apart from that, it's kind of an okay film. I would definitely not say, cancel your plans, y'all, and watch this film. I would say, if you're walking past the TV and someone has it on, yeah, maybe watch it. But it's not a fantastic film. It's now adding to the ever more growing Netflix originals that I am very underwhelmed from. But that's it really today. Yeah, not the best, everybody. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do next week because some movies that I was going to see have been cancelled. I may do Westworld, actually. Yes, we're going to do Westworld and maybe some new Netflix things. Maybe I'll go into a hazmat suit and see some other random movie. But apart from that, that is it for me today, guys. Love you, appreciate you. I will see you next time. Young out.